What's in the bag, son? We'll be finding out shortly. It's funny, I was going to do this video yesterday, but then I decided to go shopping one more time. I was originally going to have 7 titles, but I think I have closer to 20 now. Regardless, we will start with Vinegar Syndrome, which I got shipped in like 2 weeks ago. I think I placed the order like end of May, whenever their sale was. But yeah, I only buy Vinegar Syndrome titles, obviously, with the packaging, like the hardcovers. And yeah, I got 6 titles of that. So starting with The Cellar, never heard of it or seen it, but I always watch the trailers, and if the trailers spark my interest, then I check them out. This one looks fairly cool. This one's going to be actually for 31 Days of Horror, so saving that for that. And another 31 Days of Horror is The Fear. Now, I do remember seeing this this cover art in video stores whenever it came out. I remember like being a kid and going to video stores and seeing that. Just never rented it and never heard of it. I don't really know what it's about, but it also looks cool. That's going to be for 31 Days of Horror, so I'll be reviewing that and watching it in October. Rush Week. I got through half of it so far. It's really good. It's classic slasher in University, I believe. Original artwork. It's cool shit. I mean, if you like slashers, the trailer sold me immediately. With Vinegar Syndrome, either the trailer's gonna sell me or it's not. And with Vinegar Syndrome, just like any boutique company, they're gonna have hits and misses. So usually most of the stuff I blind buy if the trailer looks cool, and I'll check out some reviews on YouTube as well and see how that goes, and just make up my mind from there. For example, this one, Fade to Black, seemed right up my alley. I did watch it. I did love it. All the reviews I heard about it previous to watching it totally sold me on what it was. It's basically about a film addict, and he knows like every quote to every film, and he references his entire life towards like films. The way he talks, he can't put a sentence together without referencing a film. It's hilarious. And it basically starts to mess with his psyche, and he turns into a little bit of a psychopath when it comes to his obsession with film. And it's bonkers. Like the film references are huge in this one. Like, and they show clips from other films, like old movies, black and white films, horror films, lost films, cult films, everything. You know, as a film fan, if you're a film addict like me, that's the kind of shit that you want to see on screen for sure. Oh boy, this one sold me for many reasons. All American Murder. This is a pure cult film. I went into this blind. A lot of reason was for Christopher Walken. Not one of his first films, but one of his more like obscure, unknown films, kind of thing. The marketing does not do this film justice. You think this is gonna be like some political thriller? Like, look at that fucking packaging. Like, you think this is gonna be like some drama, politics infused, you know, mystery thing, but it's not. It's like, it's borderline John Hughes. Like, I have a review for this entirely in my on my YouTube. You can check it out. But the marketing does not do this film justice whatsoever. It's comedic, it's dramatic. The lead is really cool. It's kind of like a teen comedy drama, like you would get from a John Hughes films, with some like tiny horror elements in it, and mostly it's a murder mystery. It's like a whodunit basically. It's a John Hughes kind of template of a whodunit mystery. It's really weird, but it's really cool at the same time. Christopher Walken's performance is reason enough to watch that one. And last but not least, from Vinegar Syndrome, this one I had seen already. I actually own it in a 8-pack. This is Malibu High. The main reason I bought this was because it was only $20 on sale, and I got it like for the special features, because the one I have in the 8-pack, it's just the film itself, and this one, the boutique cinemas, when they put, or boutique companies, when they put films out, they usually load it up with some special features. So I mainly got it for that, plus the Blu-ray. The 8-pack I have is a DVD. So you get the enhanced picture quality, you get some special features, and you get a pretty nice packaging. So Malibu High, it's a good film. Pretty sleazy, and very, very, very 70s. So if you're into that kind of stuff, I recommend that. Oh boy. So I've been having the hardest time finding these from Scream Factory with the slipcovers, because I don't buy collector's editions from Scream Factory without the slipcovers, because they are the same price as they would be with slip, and once the slips are gone, they're gone, unless you can find them at some used store, or some convention or some shit like that. But when it comes to the actual website, once they're gone, they're gone. And they're hard to find because they've been out for so long. The films are still available, but they're not available with the slipcover, and I'm not paying full price to have, like, because I bought the third one with the slipcover, but 1 and 2 are like impossible to find with it. So I just said screw it, I'm sick of looking for them, and I bought this instead because I found it for a good deal. That's the Sleepaway Camp trilogy. This one actually comes with the 4th film as a bonus, even though the 4th, I think it's... everybody says it's shit, like it's barely a movie kind of thing. And I even think they released a 5th, like straight to DVD or something. But these are classic slashers. They're not as known as like Friday the 13th, but they're kind of along the same vein, except it's a female killer. And it still takes place at a camp, and there's people getting slashed up at a summer camp. So you still get that vibe. It's total 80s. I've seen the first and the third, have not seen the second, so the second will be a first time watch. But the first is good. The third is pretty good too. And it is what it says it's going to be. It's an 80s slasher. And I'm going to be reviewing the 3 of them once I watch them consecutively, and I will not be spoiling the ending, which was spoiled for me, unfortunately. This is one of the biggest surprise endings to a horror film ever, and I'm not going to be doing anybody disservices who hasn't seen the film yet and spoiling the ending. I'm not going to be doing that. It was spoiled for me. I was pissed off. I tried so hard to avoid everything, every review, every mention of this film, but being in the horror community, somebody will be talking about freaking some, like, Halloween or like some other unrelated film, and somehow Sleepaway Camp will come into the conversation, and I'm like, but I could only do that for so long, and then the ending was spoiled for me. Not going to be doing that on my channel. And that was the Vinegar Syndromes, and that was the 4-pack of Sleepaway Camp. Now these are just basic standards that I actually got today, as a matter of fact. This one I'm going to be saving for last. So let's do this. We've got I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. This is an infamous book, which I find hilarious. If you could find I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell by Tucker Max, he has 3 of them. It's about him basically being an idiot in his like college days. One of the funniest things you'll ever read. It's raunchy as shit. It's NSFW 100%, and not for kids. But one of the most hilarious 3 books you can read, and this is a film based on the books. Film's okay. I've seen it already. It's okay. It's funny, but it's low budget, and it doesn't do the books any services for sure. But it is it's good for what it is. It's entertaining enough, and it's not time. Whoops. It's not time wasted or anything like that, but it's not anything phenomenal. Another 31 Days of Horror. This will be for October. This is The Devil's Whisper. I haven't seen it. None of the films I review in October for 31 Days of Horror, I see. So they're all first time watches, all 31 of them. So that's going to be a first time watch. Another first time watch for October, The Funhouse. Heard of it, of course. Came out in, does it say? Didn't come out in 2001, that's for sure. 1981. This came out in 1981. Funhouse. Classic horror film. All over the horror community. Everybody's always talking about it. So it's going to be a first time watch in October. This movie's shit. American Conjuring. I found it for $3. It's horrible. Now, I'm a film fan. I can still enjoy a film that's horrible. The only films I don't like are films that don't entertain me. So, if anybody's ever heard of The Room by Tommy Wiseau, which James Franco just produced, like a memoir biopic of Tommy Wiseau, who directed The Room. Films like that are exceptionally bad, but so entertaining. And they become famous for being entertaining, as a matter of fact. So, I'd literally give this like half a star out of 5 on Letterboxd, but this film is so friggin' entertaining. And like, you turn your brain off, you have a beer, and you just watch this this disaster on screen, and you just appreciate the terribleness of it. You can appreciate the terribleness of it. Now, there's bad movies that are just boring, and you're 20 minutes in and it feels like you're an hour and 20 minutes in, and you're like, holy shit, we got like an hour and a half to go? Are you fucking kidding me? Those I can't do. Like, those are just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna sell this shit. And but then, you know, you get, you know, films like American Conjuring, which they're horrible, but still entertaining. So we got Feast 3. The only Feast I own is the first one. I haven't seen 2 or 3. This was $3. Most of these films that I bought were $3. So, because it's 2 for $6. That's my favorite thing about the store that I shop at. Is, they have a lot of titles 2 for $6. So I buy a lot of my stuff there. So $3. I'll be waiting to watch it because I have to watch the second one as soon as I find it available somewhere. Oops. Then I will be watching the second one, and then I'll be watching that one. So that'll be on my shelf until then. A film called 88. I just heard about this like a week ago, and then I saw it was available at Vico's On, where I shop. I got this for $13 or something like that. It's a newer film, like fairly newer. It's a Canadian film from what I see. I love Catherine Isabelle. For anybody who's seen Ginger Snaps, that's Ginger. She's too good looking. My good God. It's kind of a revenge story. Kill Bill meets Memento. She's fucked with. She loses her memory, and then she goes on a revenge spree. There's this whole like subgenre of horror called rape revenge. They're cool. You know, you get a chick that is either has the shit beat out of her or raped, and then goes on a vengeance spree on her you know, criminals. It's cool to see. This one I found for $3 with a slipcover. That's literally the only reason why I bought it. Where the Wild Things Are. Never seen it. Excuse me. Never seen this one. Heard really, really good things. I heard it's kind of a cult classic, or a cult classic to be. And since it came with a slipcover and was literally $2.99, impulse. $5 for this one with a slipcover. Not five. Well, $5, 2 for $6, I should say. So, not $5. $3 with a slipcover. Again, you can't beat that. When you get a film for $3 with a slipcover, which is in mint condition, by the way, because I don't buy torn slips, or I try to avoid buying torn slips because there's literally no point in doing so, because they look like shit. And when they're $3, I have the first one. I actually love Mechanic Resurrection. A lot of people hated it, but I think it was kind of a upgrade from the first one. That whole scene right on the front cover For anybody who's seen the film, that scene that goes on like kind of midway through the film, I think is really cool. Jason Statham's the man too. Anything Jason Statham's in, not saying that he's not in shitty films, but for the most part, everything he's in is pretty damn good. The guy's a badass. Butterfly Effect 2 and Butterfly Effect 3, both I haven't seen before, both I'm very excited for. I have the first one on Blu-ray. I just decided to stick with DVDs for this one, because this one doesn't even have a Blu-ray, and then this one does have a Blu-ray. So instead of owning the first one on Blu-ray, getting this one on DVD, which is only available on DVD, and then getting this one on Blu-ray, I'm too OCD for that. It's either going to be... I like to have it either all Blu-ray or all DVD, but I'll have the first one, being that I'm pretty sure it's the best one, because these are like straight to video, on Blu-ray, and then I'll have these two on DVD. So that's how I work it out. So I think... Oh, one more before the last one. This is another blind buy. I don't really know anything about it. Death Watch, I heard about it on one of my favorite channels. Somebody picked this one up at like a Dollar Tree or something. United States. I'm a Canadian. I don't have Dollar Trees. Otherwise, I would be buying a fuck ton of movies at Dollar Tree, but none around here. So yeah, Death Watch. Heard about it. Looks alright. It was $3. I'm giving it a whirl. Alright. How many subscribers am I gonna lose for buying this film? Please bear with me, okay? I bought a film for next month because I heard that the first one in the series is awful, which is the one that I'm holding in my hands right now. Like, awful. Like, you lose friends if you own this film. And apparently the second one is completely unrelated and actually very, very good. And I love zombies, so there's a clue. So I bought the second one, and because I'm kind of a completionist, and because I found this one for $3 in the store nearest to my house, it's there, and I have the second one coming in the mail, and because I can sell this if it's a piece of shit, which is, I know it's gonna be. I've already seen clips on the internet. I know this is gonna be a horrendous piece of crap. But because the second one is coming, and I'm kind of a completionist, and maybe I can have some fun with this. I doubt it, but maybe. Stranger things have happened. I got House of the Dead for $3. Okay? I'll be watching this film. I'll be reviewing this film on the channel probably just to... I hear this is like time wasted in your life. Like, I'm going to lose an hour and 30 minutes of my life watching this. I know this. I know it. But it was $3, and I got the second one coming in the mail, which I'll be showing next month. So I already just spoiled the film for next month, but it is what it is. So that's all for June. That's all my June titles. Yeah, like I said, a few for October. I always start early collecting October films, so I don't have to buy them all at once in like September and spend like $500 all at the same time. If I run into a film that's a good price, I'll buy it and I'll put it away for October. That's what I did last year. Way easier that way. And I got a pile already started back there. So that's how it is. And that's the June title. So I'll be back for July next month. So plenty more reviews coming. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like to watch my film reviews. And I will be back for lots more. So until then, stay tuned and cheers.